For the first time ever, representatives from African nations came together as a group with Vatican officials here at the Pontifical Council for Culture. For the Church, there is much to be gained.
As far as the Catholic Church is concerned, Africa is the continent where the Church is growing faster than any other place. And therefore, when we think of Africa, and when we think of the cultural aspect and perspective of Africa, it becomes a very important issue for the Church.
During the day-long event, participants discussed religious, economic and cultural issues. The Vatican's culture chief, Cardinal Gianfranco Ravasi, explained that people from all cultures can bring something to the international community, contributing positively to a so-called interculturalism that will benefit the world. For participants, it was a forum for voicing support, but also concerns.
There is a decline in Christian observance or Christian values in Europe. But the reverse is happening in Africa. Africa now is almost the center of Christianity, embracing Christian values.
The decline of Christianity in Europe has inexorably an influence also in your nations because of today's globalized monoculture, brought about through communication, for example, or even just through the exchange of migration and other intercultural exchanges. This decline certainly poses a problem to us Europeans. We should then possibly reconsider our cultural model.
For the international representations, this conference provided a way to build up already existing relations.
The Vatican is a very important country in the world. The Catholic Church has a lot of influence. And then for Uganda, we attach much importance to our accreditation to Vatican because, as you know, Uganda had 22 martyrs who were murdered. And it's very important for the Catholic Church. And we try to maintain that relationship through that episode, and also the fact that the Catholic Church, I think the majority of Christians in Uganda belong to the Catholic Church.
Culture is not one dimension of the policy of the Holy See, but it is the fundamental, the substance of the action of the Holy See.
For the Council of Culture, the meeting, which follows their conference a year ago with Asian ambassadors, provided a chance to better understand the African continent.
Yeah, one of our big problems with Africa is so far away, not only in terms of geographical distance, but also in terms of intellectual and let's say cultural distance. And therefore, what we thought was, this was the first meeting of the ambassadors of Africa, to have a direct contact with the countries, to their governments and to their embassies. So getting them together was, first of all, getting them to know each other, getting them to know us, getting us to know them, and start collaboration for the future.